Celestir's doing good work. Oh! You know what? I entirely forgot they had a laser. Or that they could have a guy that has a laser. I was just like, oh, they can't get me. I'm behind a pillar. I'm bad. Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. That's great. I assumed the chest was gonna be here. I put my items in a location that's even harder to get. Fantastic. Oh. Yeah. I was wondering when one of those were gonna finally aim correctly. Celesdir, use your thing. I feel like I've seen Celesdir use the whatever it's called in quite a while. Like the signature. Staggered out of it. Oh. Yeah, Celestir's not using Holy Nova. Need to remind you that you have it. It's the Toko Toko! Celestir did not want to hit the Toko Toko. We out of combat? Did we de-aggro everyone? No, no Ring of Mercy. Get that off. Celestir, why do you insist in not using Holy Nova? Get on. Yeah, Terra Prisma couldn't work for sure. They lined up for you. Do the thing. Oh. Well, I mean, they still kind of do. Just is probably in here. I feel like we've checked everywhere else. I think that's it. Looks like there's some yellow there. Yep, there it is. Do not understand why Celesdir does not want to use Holy Nova. What's wrong with you? You've forgotten your thing? Kind of important? 140 oil. Not bad. Multi-guided missile launcher schematic. Ground support whistle. Okay. Now, let's get out of here. Man, turns out all I needed to do was just use Terra Prisma. The prototype shotgun. Will it be the first weapon we make? Because it is about time we build a gun. Wow. Terrifying. Very epic music for this. Oh. You know, it was probably really intense for them. Wait, two guys made it past? Yeah. I guess I missed them. Maybe I'll run through the Terraria dungeon once. See how fast we can get through it. Without a pickaxe, I guess. May as well, we're just waiting for the plasteel. Which, granted, I wouldn't be surprised if it's done by now, because we only need 10 more. Go this way. We can check for the heart crystal over here. Nope, no heart crystal. No heart crystal. Hello, I've Cthulhu. Okay. Easy enough. It didn't take very long. Maybe I should have looked at the timer, know how long it takes. Night glow schematic. We make more plasteel. You make 7. That's just enough for the plasma cutter. Unless the plasma cutter needs computers. Which I don't think it does. It does. Ugh, that's another 30. Okay. Then I'll do that next time. Thank you for watching. I had fun with this today. We continue to not need oil rigs. No. Oil pumps. That's the one. We continue to not need oil pumps. And I'm interested to see, now that we've gotten to the hexalite, if that would be, if we're just gonna like skip that sort of stuff. But it seems like we're gonna need a lot of computers still. So plastiel's not entirely off the table. Yeah. Okay. Again, thank you for watching. You know the things. I don't have enough uh willpower to overcome it tonight. So you know the things. Okay. Goodbye. Okay. Uh hello. So in my inability to properly plan out how long everything's gonna be, once again, the amount of stuff that I recorded before ends at 10 minutes instead of the 20 that I like going for. So for now, what I'm probably just gonna do is I'm just gonna run through the Terraria dungeon like once, maybe twice, depending on how fast it goes. Just as something to do while I speak about the Celesdir project, because it has moved along, not a ton, but its progress is about to start picking up a lot faster. So I decided that I also just want to be moving away from Adobe stuff, and I was just gonna learn Krita using like vector art in Krita and making it in there, but I then learned of Inkscape, which is actually really good and self-explanatory. Well, I say self-explanatory. It's a what's the word? It's the thing where you don't gotta look up. It's intuitive. Everything seems intuitive as someone who's used Illustrator for a good amount of time. So that's good. So a good amount of time was me just figuring out how to do that and messing around with stuff. And then I finally got to a point where I'm like, okay, I think I kind of know what I'm doing. And I used some of the Celestir photos. I got some more as well for like legs. So I decided I'm gonna do whole body probably because it just kind of looked weird without it. But it's a rhino, right? No. Okay, that works. So I've basically I put down the Celestir image on the page, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna trace the outline of the parts and split it up early on, and that's basically what I did for the first day. And the second day, it was, hey, let me try turning this into something textured. And I messed around with that for a little bit. I ended up switching over to Krita for that, so I'll be using Inkscape and Krita in tandem for the whole thing. But yes, I made, oh, that's lag. Okay. I made the base for the parts in Inkscape, and I'm going to texture those bases in Krita. And something that I've done in Krita for the first time is I just tried using one of the texture brushes. So I was like, man, this is kind of hard trying to make a fur texture. Then I just remembered that texture brushes were a thing that exists, and I was able to make a good looking texture for like the main fur, M-A-N-E fur, in like 5 seconds. I don't know, I'll put a marker here, and I'll put a picture of the main for that took me like 5 seconds to do. So that's gonna be nice. I'm actually kind of excited to play around with that some more. And what else? I don't know. I feel like that's mostly it for now. I still haven't looked into how well Live 2D can play with randomness when it comes to noises and animations. So I am still prepared to go to Godot. Oh. Can you just not run through this infinitely? I didn't know. Okay, never mind. We're not... It's only been 5 minutes? I don't know, I'll find something else to do for the other 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm prepared to get back into Godot if I need to. And ideally, if I do... Oh, if I do end up using Godot, I want to make it in a way that's easy enough where it just works as like a, hey, insert your own images and sounds, and then you can just kind of use this for a whole bunch of stuff. But again, I have not looked into how Live 2D plays with that stuff. I could grind the arena. I'm not going to grind the arena. I could, you know what? I could do that. I'll very quickly look for the chest at the, whatchamacallit, at the oil rig. How hard could it possibly be? Please, fly me up there. It has been several days since I last played. And this is the start of that. You know what? Maybe I'll just put this at the start of the next VOD. That's probably something I'll do, because I'm pretty sure I've already uploaded the VOD for the other one. So adding it on to the end of there isn't really an option. But, yeah, I'll figure something out. You know, it won't be that bad. Okay, now, I really want Celine to just not die here. It's not in there, not in there. Run. And again, we're just gonna do this quickly. 8 minutes. Can I get this done before the 10 minutes? We'll see. Oh, right, Gale Claw. I don't know if it can be up here. I think it can be in that room. But I do not see it. Is it in here? Oh, it still hasn't respawned. Well, wasn't that fun. Great use of my time. What? But okay, yeah, that's how it's been going so far. The Celesdir project is making progress. Ideally, I will put an image in that marker that I set. But other than that, I don't know, things are just still moving forward. Yeah, okay. I do actually have to do more recording today. But this time, before I started, I decided to check, hey, do I actually need to do anything else? to need to do anything more. And turns out I did. And you know what? Maybe I won't record today. We'll see. It would be nice to just do another day of working on the project. And then I have even more to talk about and potentially show the next time I play Palworld, which would just be tomorrow instead of today. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. At the very least, this'll be a good test, just to see. It really does feel like it's been 4 days since I last played, which, you know, it feels like that because it has been. But that also means it's been 4 days since I've last recorded. So I'm a bit unsure. Health is maxed. I see. I'm a bit unsure about whether or not my sound is holding up despite the fact that absolutely nothing has changed. So, you know, that'll be nice to see, just a little bit of confirmation for myself. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep going because this is just gonna get longer. And currently as it is, I don't really need to edit this because it's just 11 minutes long. And I feel like I was talking the whole time, I think. Maybe I was a bit quiet during the oil rig. Anyway, yes, okay, actually, thank you for watching this time. I mean, I was serious about saying thank you for watching last time, but this time, also, thank you for watching. This is seriously gonna be the end of this, okay. Celesdir project incoming. Goodbye.